How's it going, guys? It's the BOCH Weekly Round-Up. This week we're talking about new releases. Vermintide released on the 23rd, which would be yesterday for us recording it, but we don't know when this will be released.
Hopefully tomorrow.
Yeah, all the footage for this episode will just be Vermintide footage. We won't put anything. We'll talk about other games, but the footage from that won't be in it. Just so you know. So we've been, I want to say sweating out Vermintide, but we've played Vermintide for a bit.
Correction, the three of you have been sweating Vermintide.
Yeah, Henry doesn't have
night.
it because money.
Well,
money is a
I
problem.
don't think 5 hours is really enough time to sweat a game.
No,
you
but
can
we
give
can get
first
first
impressions,
impressions.
But
So-
when you play it from solid for 5 hours into
2 o'clock in the morning, yeah.
Well, you
Yeah,
guys
that's
wait.
true.
I went to bed at 1. Did you guys not go to bed after that?
Well, I think these two went to bed about half an hour afterwards.
At some point, my internet was like, "Fuck it, I don't want to be alive anymore." So I was like, "Oh fuck this, I don't want to play." What do you guys think so far?
Well, my opinion on the first episode of the Weekly Roundup was wrong about when I was talking about the Way Watcher. I actually know what she's called now.
Yeah.
Fucking badass. I love her. She's so good. I mean, she's the best well-rounded character from what I've seen. I mean, she's got quick attack speed, good with the bow and arrow. Literally, you can it's like a machine gun. You can just constantly left click. What about you? What do you think about it?
Now, who did you play again? Was it the?
I'm playing as the Imperial soldier dude, who's I think he's meant to be kind of tanky, but I was really surprised. I always thought the game was going to be pretty sick because I love that kind of games. I always love Left 4 Dead.
Yeah.
And then Warhammer's super cool too. But then after we messed about with looking at different items and shit, and we found out how the loot system works, I was really surprised by how much depth they went into. Really cool.
Yeah, especially for the Forge. There's a after you complete the first mission, you unlock the Forge. I don't know if it's based on if you complete the first mission or if you just get to level 2.
It's leveling up.
Is it leveled up?
Yeah.
Okay. But it allows you to craft new weapons. So if you take, because it basically, if anyone knows anything towards loot colours, so obviously you got the basic greys, greens, blues, and so if you craft any greys, you get a green, and so it means that you can upgrade your stuff. It takes 5 items, but if you forge one of that item, so if you forge 5 swords, one-handed swords, you'll get a green sword. But if you do random, you'll get a random item. And it's quite good how in depth you can change your character from its hat to its trinket to its actual items.
Yeah, I think an issue you were having though was that you were just unlocking and getting loads of loot for the dwarf character.
Yeah. The first bit of loot I unlocked was for the wizard, and I was like, I'm never going to play the wizard. And then after that, I just consistently got everything for the dwarf.
It's
Fucking annoying.
do you reckon that the game's trying to tell you something, Ben? Play the dwarf.
I don't know, but then eventually I unlocked the Mercenaries Zweihander for my guy, and it's fucking awesome.
Yeah. You were wrecking shit with that.
Yeah, I think the main thing that this game does well is you really feel as if you're hitting stuff.
As it moves the whole camera when you move, especially it's almost like you get trapped in some.
If you hit a big enemy, your sword will get stuck in their shoulder or something. You have to kind of jag it out. It looks amazing.
That's cool.
Fucking awesome, man.
So, what do you think about level design then?
Level design's pretty good. Well, it's a bit AIDS when you fail a mission and then you've got to restart the whole thing.
Yeah.
But being granted, that's just basics. I mean, that's just you failed the mission, restart.
Yeah, that's just how games are.
But I like the fact that if you fail it, the whole sequence for the spawns for everything is not going to be the same. It's always randomised.
Yeah, completely changes when you restart the game. But it was quite bad when we got right to the end because we played up to the Wizard's Tower mission and we got all the way to the end of the Wizard's Tower mission and then we got absolutely duped over at the end and we had to restart all the way from the beginning.
Yeah.
But then
That was a long mission.
yeah, but you'll see later on in the gameplay how we absolutely speedrun it.
Yeah, we kind of destroyed it eventually.
Yeah, it's a game where you have to have a game plan when you're in each area. I mean, you can't go off and do your own thing because you'll get absolutely surrounded.
You'll see there's a point where we split up a bit. This is when we kind of sucked at the game, and all 4 of us almost simultaneously get hit by hook rats, which are in Left 4 Dead 2 there were smokers, I think.
No, there were jockeys. That's what they were called.
No, the smokers.
Oh yeah.
The tongue.
Yeah, the tongue smokers.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, we all got hit by that and just died.
Yeah.
So there's nothing we could do, which is
All
kind of
simultaneously.
bullshit. But
At
I
the
don't
same
mind
time,
too
it's
much.
good the fact that. Like, I think you picked it up like last night. You're saying that everything there's no staggered spawns.
No, the way I think it works, I don't know for sure, but I'm sure we'll find out eventually. When you start a mission, I think everything spawns at once, and eventually it just finds its way to you. So like, as you go through the mission, gutter runners, which are like the hunters of this game, just eventually find you and try and rape you, and so does everything else, which is cool. I don't know if that's how Left 4 Dead 2 did it or 1, but I think it's a fairly good system, I suppose.
I think the enemies are a lot more aggressive than Left 4 Dead.
Yeah, no,
Because it's like, because for Left 4 Dead, you know, they were waiting around the area, but in this game, it's like the enemy are actually seeking you out to come get you, and you have those sequences where you hear the horn off in the background, and you're like, oh bugger, they're coming to get us
dig
now.
in.
Yeah.
You get some really epic fight scenes with that as well.
Yeah.
So the ogre rat is just the piss take one.
Yeah.
Massive. The thing is though, it's not like you could relate it to. Was it the tank in Left 4 Dead 2?
Yeah.
How the tank in Left 4 Dead 2, it had a weakness if you put what's the green bio stuff that you chucked?
Bile.
Bile.
It's just called bile.
Bile.
Yeah.
Boomer Bile, yeah.
And I mean that stuff would just attract loads of other stuff, and that's you could get around it easily. But this one you actually have to fight it full on.
Yeah, it's pretty hard.
When most characters are mainly melee with swords, you have to get up in its face. And if you get one hit, it's going to chunk you a quarter of your health, and you're going to fly backwards. Like,
I think you really got to utilise the dodge when you're fighting ogre rats. I never use it other than when I'm fighting an ogre rat.
Also, you can block it, but it takes all of your stamina up to do that. And what you've got to keep in mind as well is normally when you're being attacked by an ogre rat, you got loads of the little guys around you as well trying to get you, so it's quite difficult to do that.
Also, a big one is commanders, the rat commanders.
Yeah, the fucking armoured ones.
God. Aim for the head, but still the armour blocks it.
I think I don't know if it was just because it was the first level, but seriously, when I had my hammer, I could one hit them.
Yeah.
And then I changed to the sword, and it just fucked me. So
yeah,
I'll have to find my hammer again.
Can you help Ben find his long lost hammer?
I don't know if you guys share this opinion, but I really like the way that the levels are designed, so that obviously it's a linear game, but it doesn't feel it.
No.
Well, no, there's different routes you can take.
Yeah, but
all
like
leading to the
ultimately,
same area,
you're basically going the same way.
Well,
I love the way that they do it.
It's trying to like make you do a bit of searching and looting and a bit of getting on with the mission as well. Because if you linger in an area for too long, you're just going to get constantly attacked by waves of vermin, aren't you? So you got to be careful that you don't hang around for too long. What I do like is I like the little random events you have. I mean, we already talked about the commanders, and I mean, there's similar units. I can't remember what they're called, Skirmin Tide or something like that, or Skirmin something. I can't remember.
I've got no idea.
Yeah, no, they were like elite units, and basically you can hear them marching in.
Yeah, it's really cool.
Yeah, I mean, the effective way we found to deal with them is you just chuck a grenade at them, and they all just.
It's great.
But
really satisfying.
Now the loot system. Talking about the loot system again. It's good how the loot's affected by what you find in the game. So there's things like loot die and tomes, isn't it?
Yeah.
And Grimoire, which was you could use it in game or you could save it to the end. If you save it to the end, it was a guaranteed chance of getting a rolled die, as in like what your spec. So the way the loot system is, you throw dice in a bowl. How many dice is it? Is it 6? No, it's 7. 7 die into a bowl, and if you get your character symbol, that's one piece of loot that you're going to get. On the right there's a scale, and it goes 3 white, 3 green and 2 blue.
Yeah.
And so if you get obviously all 7, you get right to the top, and then that's the best thing you could do. But if you get Grimoire, it's guaranteed for your thing, and it's different stats for each one. So
it's also encouraging you to look around the map as well and loot, because you can pick up the tomes and the Grimoire obviously. There's also special loot die. And you know, it's like modifiers to what you're going to get at the end with the roll. So it's always useful to have a look around, but at the same time, you've got to keep moving, otherwise you're going to get bogged down in an area where you're definitely going to get.
And that's where you got to find the balance. If you want to look for loot for the end of the game, and you want to be better next time, or you just want to get through it quickly. So you have to find the balance of, do you stick around for loot and risk dying, or actually
It's quite limiting as well, because we already established that you've got to stick together. So it's not like you can all, when you found an area, it's like, right guys, split up and try and find whatever you can, because if that happens, you get pack masters and gutter runners, and you're done pretty much, because they'll find you and they will kill you, as Liam Neeson would say. So
cute reference. But no, the pack runners, wasn't it? The pack masters.
Yeah.
But no, if they came up the stairs, especially, and they dragged you down, I think the dwarf, when we played with the box, you have to have 4 people in the actual game to do it. The dwarf actually got dragged off the side of a staircase and fell down to the bottom because a pack master grabbed him. But no, other than that, I mean, some of the physics are a bit weird, as in like the shooting ones with my pistols.
I've only got a flipping blunderbuss, so I don't know. Yeah,
so the witch hunter physics is a bit odd with the guns, as in if you can pull out 2, and you can find them both at the same time, but it's obviously alternate because of the ammo. But as soon as you get hit, you're forced to have to switch back to just firing 1 until you press it again to bring them back up. It's a good way to cancel it, but at the same time, I mean, you're walking slower anyway.
I think that's just so that if like there's a shit ton of Skaven in front of you, you can't just hammer down on them. They will rape you.
Going back to what you guys were saying earlier about the bot, obviously we played with the dwarf character who was controlled by the AI. The AI. How well do you reckon the AI is in this game in terms of companionship? I mean, would you have it as like level 0, as in it's complete liability, or level 10, as in like absolute beast mode?
Would you say it's on my level of
I'd
playing
give it a
games?
5. Yeah, I'd rather have the bot than Henry. No, but like I didn't realise you could heal each other until the bot did it.
Yeah.
So I was like, it teaches you some shit, but at the same time, it is
A liability.
retarded.
I thought, I don't get, it seemed like it had more health in us.
Oh
when
yeah.
it was tanking the ogre rat.
There was a stage, and I think you'll probably see it in the gameplay, you might have already seen it, where the ogre rat had the dwarf in a corner, and it was just constantly smacking this dwarf, and the dwarf was just tanking it, and it's like little shield, it's a little axe. It was like, ah no, ogre rat, and we literally came up behind it, and we just started like
heavy blows on it,
battering the crap out of this bloody ogre rat, and that took forever as well. It's like I would have thought that the hitbox for the back would be probably a lot more vulnerable than the one for the front, but we couldn't find any weakness for that ogre rat. I mean, I was like, maybe if we threw an incendiary grenade at it, set it on fire.
Do shit.
No, because I was thinking, well, where could they have taken it from other games? So obviously I remember from the Gears of War series, you have the Berserker, which is similar to the tank in Left 4 Dead, where, you know, it's absolute tank.
Yeah.
And this is going on a bit now, but the Berserker, you had to like have the Hammer of Dawn or have an incendiary grenade.
You have to take away its armor.
Yeah,
the scales.
So, but no, it was we couldn't find any weakness for that. So,
to be honest, it's good that it doesn't have a weakness, because it means it slows your whole progress in the actual mission down, because you have to finish and fight him.
Yeah.
I think it's not just that, they're just trying to show how powerful that character or whatever is, you know.
That unit.
Yeah.
I think it also encourages you to increase your teamwork ability with the players you're playing with. I don't think you could play this game
alone,
just with random people. I think you'd have to have friends to do it.
Solo queuers will find it difficult.
Yeah.
Definitely.
But no, I think the characters. I mean, notice how fast you can lose health. There's no characters. But I thought when I first saw this game, I thought individual characters can have their special abilities, and then I realised as soon as we played it at EGX that they didn't. They just had special weapons that they had, and now that it's come out, you can see every single character.
Yeah. But
I mean, I think it would be better if someone actually the mage. What's the mage's actual name?
Bright Wizard or something.
Bright Wizard. If that staff could be changed, because you have different shafts. I unlocked one that didn't make it a fireball. You changed it to something else. But I was wondering maybe that can be a healing kind of shaft, like staff.
Okay.
Big shaft. Heal my tings.
Right, I think we should change subject because Henry is not taught.
Well, no. Just give me your final impression. So, is there a difficulty level, or is it all just like?
There's not a learning curve. There's a learning wall.
Okay.
Yeah.
No, but is it, like when you start up a match.
Or
a level. Do you have like easy, normal, hard?
We've been playing on normal.
That's fair enough.
The way you play it
Yeah.
is you have 3 levels when you start the game. You're going into the game, when you start up the map, you have easy, which is obviously for Henry, and then you have normal, and then you'll have hard, and then after you've done hard, I think you get one called
there's 2 more difficulties, but you have to do it on the maximum.
I think it's Nightmare and Extreme.
Yeah, something stupid.
Yeah. So I mean, I can't imagine playing that on
Not
Nightmare
either.
or,
We'll have to,
or hard for Christ's sake.
Once we get some more loot, we'll have to try like the first mission on hard.
Also, I think that's like a really good way of doing it. Not have like there are games that have one set curve, and there's no way of changing the difficulty, and they're fine. But then the difficulties, like it allows players to challenge themselves or to pussy out. Like
it gives the game a little bit more replayability as well.
Yeah. Well, it's completely different, isn't it?
Yeah.
Each time you go into it. What would you say to someone who would be saying that this game is just a Left 4 Dead rip-off in the Warhammer universe? What would you say to them?
I'd say hell yeah it is, and it's freaking awesome.
Well, it works, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's amazing.
Just so you know, it's not completely and utterly Left 4 Dead. It has its own physics.
Yeah, it's got its own quirk and stuff as well.
Yeah.
Like it's different.
It's also coming from a really rich lore background from Warhammer Fantasy,
Yeah.
which gives it a lot.
I think
more than Left 4
you
Dead.
made this comment last night then when we were playing it. When Left 4 Dead came out, it made its own genre of game in a certain sense, and then no one's kind of replicated that since. And now that this game's come along,
It's back. Yeah.
it's back, and you know, it's a really, really good genre
It's
of
a
game
sick
to play.
platform for
Yeah.
a game. I don't know why. We might be being ignorant here, but I'm pretty confident that no one's done it since Left 4 Dead 2, or at least if people have
That's
tried,
popular.
it's never been as good. And I love Left 4 Dead, and I'm gonna say I think Vermintide is as good as, if not better, than Left 4 Dead 2.
Okay, so if you were to give this game a rating out of 10, what would you give it?
Give it a botch gaming rating.
Can we,
Bot certified.
can we not do numbers? Because numbers are like it's a shitty way of like rating games. Can we do like?
No.
Would you like recommend buy it, rent it, something like that?
Buy it. Holy shit,
Yeah,
buy it.
buy it.
It's not that expensive in terms of video games.
Well,
Like
currently-
nowadays, video games are flipping.
Yeah, you're looking at
stupid money.
$60,
It's,
50 quid for AAA games.
£23 on
Yeah,
Steam.
that's so worth it for
Yeah.
hours of fun with your mates.
Yeah.
It's a kick-ass
Only
game.
buy it if you have friends to play it with. That I think
Yeah.
that's
It's definitely a co-op game. That way.
Yeah, totally.
Also, thing I want to point out is the party bit in the beginning of the game when you're in the inn.
Awesome.
That is, it's the only game I've actually seen it in a co-op game that makes it the party. You're actually in the game.
Yeah, you
So
don't wait
you're
around.
in a
There's no
tavern.
lobby screen. You're in a
Yeah.
tavern, and you like walk about. And you can go to the forge. You'll sort out your inventory and stuff and mess
And
about.
each character has their own room upstairs with their own kind of weapons on the
Crap,
wall.
Yeah, they're own
Yeah.
so
like,
cool.
personality. in
So
their
so
room.
anyway, what would you? I'm gonna ignore what Henry said. Give me a number rating out of 10.
No, I think for 5 hours of gameplay, I'd give it at least an 8.
Yeah.
What about you? An 8 as well.
Yeah, I'd be pushing around an 8. I think there's a couple of things that it could touch on to change. I think the progression in loot is a bit slow. I think that's also good because, I mean, it slows
Stops
you
you
down.
fast paced.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. So,
Yeah, follow
And
it.
that reason is why I'm gonna give it a 7 out of 10. So I think it's well rounded. Go check it out. It's a fun game and you'll really enjoy it. I mean, get 3 mates and go play with them. You'll really enjoy it. All right. Okay. So
We've got another couple of minutes. You want to talk about some other new releases?
well, what games are coming out within the holiday period now?
Oh, all out.
Okay,
yeah,
Fallout
but I
4
mean,
is coming out.
No one's seen any gameplay.
No, but we can just express how excited we are.
I mean, I can't.
I'm pretty excited. They had a sale on just recently. I think I don't know if it's still on.
Oh yeah, you're a Fallout scrub.
I'm a Fallout virgin.
Don't worry, man. It'll be
I'm a
gentle.
full virgin.
No, seriously.
I think this is a moment to admit that I'm also a Fallout virgin.
Oh no, we are just full of Fallout virgins. We are
Yeah, there's
the botch virgins.
a sale on at the moment to get some.
Well, I've played all of the Fallouts, even 1 and 2, but not very much. Like briefly. They suck.
Has it got a release date yet?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's,
Not long.
10th November.
So it's coming out soon.
So excited.
What comes out first though? COD. Oh,
When's the release for COD?
I'm pretty sure it's the 6th of November.
I'm getting Fallout before COD. I'm sorry.
What? No.
Yeah.
Slut. But no, yeah. I mean,
Actually, I don't
6th
know. whether I should
November.
get-
COD.
6th. Yeah.
we played COD at EGX. We already touched on this
Yeah, it was
a
awesome.
couple of episodes.
I
ago.
enjoyed
Me
it.
and Odd have
I don't
decided
like
that
COD.
We are gonna grind the shit out of Black Ops 3.
Thing is though, well, I know it's on. I need to wait to see if IV will move over. I spoke to Donnie. Right, this is touching my competitive side. I spoke to a couple of the guys, and they said that they don't want to move over to PS4 just because they don't know if it will stay on PS4.
But then they're missing out on like a
because
year or two.
PS3 on Black Ops 1, it moved for the first season and it just didn't stay there. It went back to Xbox.
I don't think that happened on PS4. Better system.
Yeah.
Controversial.
I think they've paid.
It's not. Go look at the hardware.
PlayStation have paid for the new season of the DLC, so it only makes sense that it logically stay with PlayStation now. I don't think Microsoft is going to fork out another.
Especially with a whole motto is play for the family. I mean, but anyway, that's just
when you think family game, you think Call of Duty Black Ops 3.
Oh yeah,
killing loads of innocent people.
Just take your little kids. Just alright, guys. I don't think we're gonna watch Netflix. Let's watch some
murder.
Black Ops and chill.
Yeah. Take a Black Ops and chill rather than some Netflix.
I think a game coming out soon, and this is going back to my Xbox roots. Halo 5 Guardians is coming out either within.
No, is it near December?
No, it's coming out next week.
Very soon.
Oh,
Is it?
Yeah, next week. I've been watching some gameplay. It's gone up. I mean, I watched the Rad Rad, and I think Tetra Ninja did a massive playthrough of the first 3 missions of it, and I must say, it's looking a lot better than Halo 4 was. I mean,
Halo 4 was, I think, was a bit.
Was it bad?
3 days.
3 days away.
Oh, holy shit.
I used to
We're
be
not
like,
on top of our news.
Oh no, I was.
Bollocks.
You guys were.
You said next week.
Yeah, that is next week. 3 days.
Lie. No, but I mean, I used to be proper like into Halos and stuff, but now Halo 3 was my biggest Halo. I went and just did all that.
Well, that was the biggest Halo.
It was the best Halo.
That was the pinnacle.
But I did have Halo 2 on the Xbox original, being able to dual wield needlers and just be a slut.
That was so OP. I'm not gonna lie. Dual wield needlers. But no, getting back onto Halo 5, watching some gameplay of it, I'm quite happy with what they've done with it. But I haven't seen any multiplayer. I know there's been some multiplayer out.
There was a multiplayer beta a couple of months ago.
This is the one with like 2 campaigns.
Yeah.
Yeah, you get.
Well, from what I've seen, I didn't see 2 campaigns. I saw alternating between the characters. I mean, the first mission you play as, I think his name's Spartan Locke.
Yeah.
And you have some familiar face. You have
Agent Locke, sorry.
No, he is Spartan Locke now.
He's Agent Locke.
Oh well, that's a topic for another time.
Agent Locke.
No, his name is Spartan Locke. He is a Spartan.
He is a Spartan, but he's...
No,
I don't
Henry,
even play
he's Spartan
Halo.
Locke. Do not worry. But they also BOCH returned.
Yeah, no, I'm happy about that.
So
okay, basically he was like one of the main characters.
Wait, no, we're not going into that.
He was a character from one of the other games. Don't worry about it.
Okay.
Wait, is he black?
Yeah, it's Locke is black.
Oh, you.
he's awesome. And
So
also, what I really like is the Chief has got his own squad now.
Yeah.
the Chief.
The Chief, the Master Chief.
Oh yeah.
Who does his
So
squad consist
bad.
of?
Well, I think they're Blue Squadron or Red Squadron. I think it's Blue, and that's gone into the books to get those characters out and bring them in. I mean,
This is the first time in a video game.
yeah. This is
Oh,
that's
video games
really,
that
I
acknowledge
love
the
it.
books.
Love it. Me and Connor have been talking about Star Wars phrase. I love it when people go into the extended universe and make it like
in the game.
Official.
mainstream media.
Yeah, I mean,
Kick ass.
Kelly, Fred, and Linda. These are 3 Spartans from
Badass names.
Basic
Yeah.
next door kids.
I'm Linda.
Well, the way Spartans work is they get assigned names. That's how it works.
The
With
Master
Spartan
Chief is John.
Yeah,
Is it?
but that's not his actual name.
Is it that they just couldn't think of a better name?
Well, they gave him call signs, didn't they?
No. I mean like Microsoft or like we'll just call them John.
It wasn't Microsoft, it was Bungie.
Bungie.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. That's what I meant.
Microsoft.
Leave me alone.
Published.
I don't play Halo. I played the first one. It's fucking awesome.
But let's move to PCs again because
Yeah.
console facts. No, I mean I hate saying that because I'm just massive on consoles. Back before I.
You're probably the biggest console fag in the
Yeah.
room since you own both
Both
consoles.
consoles.
Yeah, but that's because you're a pro gamer. You need to have like.
No,
available
it's like
to
the
play
pro.
both.
I wouldn't say
Semi-pro.
This kid.
yeah, this scrub, but no.
I kind of went on my nostalgia streak this week. I unplugged my Xbox 360, got rid of that crap, threw it in my drawer, and I whacked out the original Xbox. What I would call the Xbox One, but it's called the original Xbox. You know, I think it's always interesting to go back to old games and see how far games have come.
Totally.
I mean,
It's really surprising when you play games from like 10 years ago and they still look absolutely
Well-
fantastic.
Ben has already mentioned this. We've been having massive hype over Star Wars because the trailer came out, huge hype, and so I went back and I played a little bit of Battlefront 1, loved it. You know, after we played the Battlefront beta, I had to go back. I don't have Battlefront 2 on a console. I have it on my PSP.
Yeah.
But I have Battlefront 1. I love it. Absolutely loved it. And I want to play Republic Commando. Literally, go look this game up. If you've never heard of it, it's possibly one of the most challenging games from about 10 years ago I've ever played.
I went and downloaded it yesterday
Yeah,
as well.
no difficulty. Literally, you're chucked in with 4 commandos. If we're going to give you an old game, go have a look at idea. Go have a look at this game. Absolutely beast.
Get it on Steam.
Yeah.
It's probably dirt cheap.
Also, a cool game that me kind of played was Star Wars: The Old Republic. I know a lot of people say it's crap, but it's pretty bait, to be honest. I mean, the fact that you know...
Isn't bait a bad thing?
Yeah.
Why are you saying it's pretty bait?
Because as soon as you hit level 20, it becomes bait.
Oh,
It
yeah.
becomes really bad.
You have to subscribe.
Otherwise you get locked at 18.
It's so bad. Well, no, I think it changes when you go off planet.
What is it? Oh yeah, because as soon as we got to our own ships, when you hit 20, it didn't lock us at 18. Because we were on Coruscant and then it locks you, I think, at Coruscant at 18.
Yeah.
We might dumb. I hate that.
Yeah, we might do a separate episode talking about Star Wars universe in video games, etc.
so.
In the lead
Let's
up.
do that next week.
In celebration of the Force Awakens.
Yeah, in the lead up to Force Awakens comes out. So I think this has been the BOCH Weekly Roundup.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that was fun.
Like and subscribe.
Yeah. And
we'll see you next week.